here, and I'm going to try and do a new series. And it's going to be catching up on Project Life because I am super far behind. So I just wanted to show you where I have left off. So this was my, actually this is my 30 days of lists. But let me just go back a little bit farther. This actually comes out of here. Just want to show you. This is actually where I have left off. So this was just before I went to Tennessee to go see Sandra. And then there's a couple inserts in here. And then what I did for my trip to Tennessee is I already have it in an album on its own. But what I did is I just took some collages and just did some very basic, very fast journaling, like 1, 2, 3 kind of, you know, the notes of what's in the pictures. And I just even have in here refer to Tennessee album for more info. And I put Tennessee recap just so like you know that there's definitely more information in another album. So it only was this page and this page, so one full page spread. So I also have a couple other things that I need to kind of mix into my Project Life, which I have 31 days of lists for July, and then there's this backside that's empty, and then I have 30 days of lists for September, and I'll probably do it for November just because November is a little busier for me, but I will incorporate that into my Project Life. Just giving you guys a heads up so you can see where I'm starting. So basically I have nothing from April, like the beginning of April to July. So I have a lot of catching up to do. So what I plan on doing is I'm just going to move this out of the way, is kind of showing you the process of how I'm going to get caught up. So I just picked a couple page protectors here. This is Design D and Design A. And I just want to show you the first thing that I had did was I took all of my pictures for April and I compressed them down as much as I could. So I went through all my pictures. I do have a separate album on my computer that says April, and all the pictures for April are in there. So when I looked through April, I went and I selected some of the pictures, not all of them. I want to get caught up. So I just wanted to show you real fast, like I printed out the pictures, and this is on my selfies, so this gets torn off. So I just wrote the date in here. You know, there's some captions from the news, some mix of pictures. I even have, I went through my memorabilia for the month and I pulled out, this is a newspaper clipping of a recipe that I had published in the paper. So, you know, there's just all these. So the first step for what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put these pictures in, whether they're going to fit the pocket or not. I'm just going to fit them in. I can pull them out and, you know, make them work in the page setup. The other thing I want to make sure is I leave one of these bigger cards to designate for April 2014. So I'm just going to leave this pocket empty on this side, and then I'm just going to start putting in the pictures. I'm going to zoom into or jump into fast forward, but you're going to see me kind of crop some of these pictures just to make them work a little bit better for the pockets. And then I'll come back when I get that part done. have my massive storage container of 4x6 cards. So I just wanted to show you what I store them in. It's the IKEA, what do you call it? I don't remember what they're called. Antonius, I think is what they're called, containers. I have all my 4x6s in one and all my 3x4s in another. But for the time being, I'm just going to show you, I'm just going to grab my 3x4s, start filling in the 3x4 spots, and then I'll come back and do the 3x4s. Again, I'm not doing anything other than just finding cards. So I'm going to jump into fast forward and we'll go into that. Okay, so that process took me probably about maybe 4 or 5 minutes. So, you know, working close into that 20-minute range. And then I'm going to take my 3x4 cards. Again, they are in the same kind of container. You can see I've got quite a few. So again, I'm going to do the same process, just picking cards that kind of, you know, kind of speak to me. But the other thing I wanted to mention is if I have a story to kind of go with the picture, sometimes the pictures are just, you know, they're pictures, but they don't have a lot to say. I'll pick cards that have a lot of open space so that I can write a little bit more. So yeah, and then if it's like something where it doesn't have a lot, then I kind of look for something that has either a smaller space or more like a filler card. So again, that's kind of the way I did. You can see I did the same thing for here because there's 3 pictures there for the same day. So I'm just going to be like 1, 2, and 3. And then that way I can journal for all 3 of those pictures for the same day. So I just wanted to show you that. And then again, I'm going to go into fast forward and show you the 3x4s. Okay, so as you can see, that took me, I don't know, maybe a little bit longer because I was fighting with the pictures, as you could tell. So I just wanted to show you when you just do a general flip, you can see that it still even looks cohesive, even though it was just random cards. I just kind of threw in whatever works, and I think the colors go anyway, so you don't really have to worry about it. So then the next step is going to be doing journaling and embellishments and attaching the pictures. So I'm going to come back in a second and do that. Okay, so like I had said, I'm just going to do some journaling right now. I just have a few random pens, you know, not really particular any colors. I just grabbed a handful. It's got blue, red, orange, a thicker black one, and then a thinner black one. I also have my date roller stamp. Then I'm just gonna pick this. It's just for no reason at all. I just picked the charcoal Hero Arts ink. Like I said, this is just to get it done fast. And then the other thing I grabbed is I have a whole bunch of these little labels, and more or less I use these for, say, pictures like this where I need to maybe add a little bit of journaling or something like that on top of the picture. So Also, what I have is just a glue gun, and I'm just going to attach my pictures and just get my general placement of the pictures and some journaling down, and then I'll come back and I'll embellish. So let's just do that into fast forward and we'll see what we can come up with. Okay, so I'm just going to run through this real quick because my battery is going to die. But I just wanted to show you, it took me about an hour and 45 minutes from start to finish to do the layout. That's, I guess, like from the journaling point on. So this is what it looks like. You can see as you put it together, it doesn't really matter. It all starts to go together. And so if there's any more finishing touches, I'll do that. But for the most part, I think it's done. So April Project Life was done in probably about 2.5 hours. So anyway, if you have any questions, please leave them in a comment below and I will get to them as soon as I can. Thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you next time for catching up with Project Life.